Once in a green forest stitched together by vines and birdsong, a little mouse named Pip lived under a fern. Winter had come and gone, but the great brown bear in the nearby cave-old bram was still snoring. Not a gentle snore. Oh no, this was a thunder roll, a kettle drum, a grumbling thunderstorm that shook pine cones right off the branches. Pip hadn't slept a wink all winter. He tried everything. He stacked leaves in his ears. He made a nest on the other side of his burrow. He even tried humming lullabies louder than the snoring, which, to be honest, sounded a bit like a tuba falling down a hill. Nothing worked. One sunny morning, Pip had had enough. He marched right up to Bram's cave. "Mr. Bear, hey, Mr. Bear," he squeaked from the doorway. "Summer has come. You can wake up any time now." But Bram just snored on Pip, then dragged a tiny bugle he'd found near the stream. He polished the bell, puffed out his little mouse cheeks, and blew with all the might he could muster. Behi Ibrarat. Still, Bram snored. Pip's shoulders drooped. He wandered back through the forest, his whiskers dragging like disappointed commas. On the path, he met Willa the owl, who was perched in a warm patch of sunlight. "What happened, little Pip? Why so droopy?" She hooted softly. "It's Bram," Pip sighed. "He snored all winter. I didn't sleep for months. I tried asking nicely. I tried my bugle. He just..." Pip mimed a thunderous snore that made Willa's feathers ruffle. Willa blinked her big, wise eyes. If sound cannot beat sound, perhaps you need more sound," Pip muttered. "That's not very wise." Willa chuckled. "Or perhaps the *right* sound from the *right* friend. The lion's roar shakes fruit out of trees. Have you asked Lumo, the lion? Pip swallowed hard. The lion Lumo the king. He's very teethy. Willa agreed, but fair. Pip thanked her and scurried on, his tiny heart doing a little thump-thump. He met Jory the rabbit and Tansy the deer, and they both gave him the same advice. Ask Lumo. He imagined his whiskers turning to spaghetti. He imagined being a very short, very polite snack, but still he hadn't slept for months. So Carriage took his paw and led him to the sunlit rocks where Lumo, the magnificent lion, was napping golden mane. Big paws, a tail that flicked like a metronome. Pip peeked from behind a stump. He took one step closer, two. Then he decided to turn back and stepped right on a dry twig. Crack, a golden eye opened. "What's that?" Lumo rumbled. "Who squeaked?" Pip froze. Then he found his voice, a tiny violin string in a grand concert hall. Good morning, King Lumo. Sorry to wake you up." I mean, not wake you, I mean hi." Lumo yawned, a slow sunrise of teeth, and rolled onto his paws. "Little one, speak. Why do you tremble like a leaf in a breeze?" So Pip told him everything. The winter without sleep, the failed bugle, the thunderstorms. Lumo listened patiently, without a single interruption, which is a very kingly thing to do. When Pip finished, Lumo sat thinking, his tail ticking back and forth, his eyes warm. "I could roar," he said finally. "My roar can wake the clouds." Pip's face brightened. "Yes, please." But Lumo continued, "A roar is a hammer. A problem is a nail only if you decide it is. Bram doesn't mean to be noisy. Perhaps we can help him wake kindly. And perhaps," he added with a thoughtful look, "we can help him snore less next winter." Pip blinked. "Help him snore less." Lumo nodded. "My mother used to snore. We learned a trick. When she turned on her side, the snoring softened. Sometimes a small lift for the head helps, or a quiet stream nearby to hum him into gentle breaths." Pip tilted his head. "So we don't need a thunder roar. No," said Lumo, "we need a plan." Together they went to Bram's cave. Along the way, Willa swooped down with a bundle of soft moss. Jory the rabbit brought a rope of strong vine. Tansy carried armfuls of lush fern fronds. The friends gathered at the huge cave mouth and listened to the bear's rumble. It sounded like someone rolling barrels across a wooden floor. "On my count," murmured Lumo, "we will do 3 things. Make a gentle breeze. Lift his head a little, and sing just loud enough to invite him to morning. If that fails, I'll roar but kindly." Pip climbed onto Bram's giant shoulder. Willa fanned her wings, wafting a cool whisper of air. Tansy tucked the moss into a soft pillow under Bram's great head. Jory and Pip used the vine to gently ease the bear onto his side. And Lumo cleared his throat and hummed a low, steady sound like a river at dusk. 3, 2, 1. Willa hooted softly. Tansy hummed along. Pip lifted his bugle, thought of lullabies, and played the gentlest note he had. The snoring hiccuped, it stuttered, and then it stopped. Bram's eyelids fluttered. He yawned a yawn so big the whole cave felt roomier. He blinked at the chorus of forest faces peering in at him. Morning already." "It is," said Lumo warmly. "Summer is here, Bram." Bram rubbed his eyes, then frowned at the pile of pine cones outside his cave. "Did I make all that racket again?" Pip nodded, his whiskers twitching. "I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Bram, but I couldn't sleep for ages." Bram's big ears drooped. "Oh, little neighbor, I didn't mean to shake the trees. My snores have a mind of their own." "We know," said Lumo, "and we have an idea. We'll build a moss curtain for your cave mouth to muffle the sound. We'll make you a headrest of fern and moss, and we'll move your bed closer to the stream. Its song will guide your breaths." Bram's face softened into a smile. "You'd do all that for me." "We already started," Jory said, showing him the moss pillow. Bram chuckled, a much gentler rumble this time. "Then let me help. I'm very good at carrying logs." All day they worked together. They wove a thick curtain of moss and vine. They shaped a perfect mossy headrest. They rolled Bram's sleeping spot a few bare steps toward the stream so the water's hush could keep him company. That night, Bram tried his new bed. He turned onto his side and rested his head on the soft pillow. The stream whispered its gentle song, the moss curtain swallowed the echoes. He snored, but it was a soft, purring snore, like a cat dreaming of sunshine. And Pip slept. Oh, how he slept! He slept like a little stone in a pocket. In the morning he woke to birdsong and not a single fallen pinnacone. He scampered to Lumo's rock. "Thank you," he said, bowing so low his ears brushed his toes. Lumo smiled. "You did the bravest part, little Pip." "What was that?" Pip asked. "You asked for help," said the lion, "and you helped back." From then on, Bram's snores were no longer storms. They were gentle waves, rolling and soft. The forest slept peacefully, and Pip did too, because courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just a small voice asking for help and a kind plan made together. Thanks so much for watching with us today. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the forest. See you next time.